Hello, everyone. This is Sean, and I am Mystic Alley's spiritual concierge. And I have actually Mystic Alley on the line, and we're going to do a live for you because we're in tumultuous times. And it can feel really scary or uncertain or unknown. And Mystic Alley has so much wisdom about different timelines and how to shift our frequency into the highest timeline. So I'm going to open with a prayer, and then Mystic Alley will come in and do a divine channel. So, Holy Spirit, Great Spirit, I just ask that you bring the white light of the divine into this conversation, and that everything that sees the white light of the divine is either healed or returned back to its source. And we ask for the highest and the finest information to come through. And Mystic Alley, what do you have to say? What does Source have to say about timelines and how to navigate this tumultuous time?
Thank you, Sean. That was a beautiful prayer. And I just want to thank everyone who might be live with us now or hears this later. And I always think that don't we just find exactly what we need when we need it? There's so many times that even in the middle of the night when I feel a little bit worried about something and I'm praying about it, it feels like in a kind of a weird way, I'll get a prompt to look at a book or get on YouTube, and it seems like the exact video is right there waiting for me. So I hope that this is that for you. Right now, we are going through some really confusing times. And in a lot of ways, our life in our everyday world is quite wonderful, right? And for some of us, we're struggling, but we don't necessarily feel the larger picture of the clash that might be going on in the global economy or what's happening in the uprisings of different presidential elections or leaders, resources, and we're getting wind of it, possibly, depending on how important that is for you to stay in touch with it. And, quite literally, whatever your personal analytics are for how the computer knows and has been trained to interact with you. So try not to get too polarized into sides right now. Even though that might sound like bad advice, go ahead and inform yourself, but at the same time, know that God wins. And let's start there. In a lot of ways, we want to prepare the way that some of us are being advised to prepare. And I'm going to leave that to somebody who is an expert in that. But what we're experts in is that we know our good hearts. And what we know in quantum physics and the quantum field in general is that we train the field around us to respond, to bring things into our life that we've been thinking about and what we've been feeling. So I want you to just, in this now moment, take a deep breath. And I want you to think about that deep breath taking you into your body in a way that you really feel that your heart is opening with a divine diamond that has many spectral colors, plasma that's going to fill all the gaps of the places in your body and your mind and your spirit that you've been experiencing fear of the future, trauma from the past, and present unknown. Those are all things that disrupt our field. And when we think about those disruptions, they turn into feelings that actually create experiences. And one thing that we know in the quantum field is that, and this might be new to you, so we can go over it a lot, is there's something that we call timelines. And the timelines are different possibilities that are all happening at once, really, in the quantum field, all your possibilities, good or bad, neutral, are all happening in some space, timeline, continuum in this now moment. So when we get worried and then we give into our fear, we're going to drop into a timeline that is much less beneficial to your heart being calm, your spirit being fulfilled, and you feeling connected to great source. What we really all want is to be free of pain, be free of fear, and we all want really the deep to our creator. But it's really hard to do that when we're off. It's super hard to do that when we're being trained by the world and the controlled chaos and the uncontrolled chaos. It's really hard. So that's where timelines comes up, is that think of all your possibilities as a different file in an accordion, like an accordion file system that you pull open. And one file says, this is my happy life. This is my connected life. This is my fulfilled life. Uh-oh, this is my crazy life. This is where I get lonely and don't feel people love me life. This is where I'm terrified of what's going to happen to the economy. This is where I don't know who's going to become our next president or our next ruler if you're from a different country. And then when you can think of the general fears, right, it can contain much of those negative qualities. And when you think of the general peace and calmness, it can contain much of those great qualities. We here in the third dimension, which is what Earth is right now, is polarized with, think of it as like light and dark, contrast, good feelings versus bad feelings. Think of it as a pendulum that swings one direction in one feeling and the opposite polar feeling in the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
We are a combination because we get a lot of random feelings all balled up together and then it spits out a result. But when we talk about choosing the highest timeline, we can actually give that back to Creator God. And we can say, I don't know what's best for me, but I know that I'm not feeling connected or fully aligned to you right now because I have fear in my body. So in that moment, if you feel a little fear right now, we can do it together, is pull in a quick inhale and exhale. Go. That's great. And then do it again. That was a good breath, Sean. Thanks for leading with that breath.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just lead with your breath. And just bring everyone into their center with your sound. And then they'll find their own rhythm. But that was fantastic breathing. And just, there you go. That's right. And tell your body that you're willing to have a different feeling.
Yes.
It's really good. And I want you to ask for the feeling that's going to be the most beneficial, we're going to say timeline. And imagine it's literally like a timeline, right? Sometimes hypnosis methods use a timeline, but you can just say, give me my most beneficial possibility.
Yes.
Give me my most beneficial experience and circumstances. Timeline really is all those things too. It's what what you're going to be experiencing as your reality. Your timeline is the reality that comes to you in that now moment that you're actually conscious of.
Mm-hmm.
But in quantum physics, there's a you that is experiencing a myriad think of a mirror ball of all the different facets. That's how many different yous are existing right now, experiencing different outcomes.
Yes.
So right now we're asking for the best possible outcome for not only you, but the people that are involved in this experience of life that you're experiencing. And along with that, you can ask for the highest timeline of all the people that are going to be coming into your life or leaving your life. There's a peace when you're in the ebb and flow of how God can create miracles that are beyond what we know to ask for.
And Allie, I think that is an amazing place to leave it for today.
Thank you.
If you've loved this video, please like and subscribe, and we will see you soon. Thank you for joining us and connecting with us and breathing with us. We are looking forward to sharing this wisdom about peace and manifestation and transformation and healing with you.
Thank you, Sean. And you can always type us questions during the live if you want more clarification. We'll be happy to just answer anything that might bring you more clarity. We're so happy you came with us. Thank you so much.